Hey, have you ever felt like you're just running on empty? Like no matter how much you rest, your body and mind just won't shut off. That, my friend, might not be exhaustion. It could be stress showing up in disguise. So today I'm unpacking the real symptoms of stress, the ones that we often ignore, and what you can actually do to bring your balance back. So, what is stress? Like let's start with this. So stress isn't always bad. It's your body's natural alarm system, designed to help you survive. When you face pressure, your brain releases chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline to help you respond. But when that alarm never turns off, that's when stress turns from helpful to harmful. So let's look at some of the symptoms of stress that you might be missing. We all know the classic signs: feeling tense, worrying about things a lot, and snapping at people. But stress can show up in sneaky ways too. So let's break it down. Number one, let's look at physical symptoms: headaches that come out of nowhere, muscle tightness, especially in your neck or shoulders. That's a big one for me. Stress tends to kind of like go toward our so-called weak spots in our body, right? Stomach issues like nausea or indigestion, fatigue. No matter how much you sleep, you're just like always tired. Changes in appetite, eating too much or too little. But when I say that stress can sneak up on you, man, I mean it. So, for instance, most of my life, or my adult life anyhow, I've occasionally gotten these stress bumps on my hands. Those tiny little blisters that hurt and itch like crazy. I have a friend who gets those too. And you don't know they're coming until they're there. So they just sneak up on you. Well, 6 days ago, I not only got those annoying little stress bumps on my hands, but they literally covered my entire body from head to toe. Systemic blisters and welts everywhere. It's been quite a week, and I'm still scratching. I'm trying so hard right now during this video not to do that. You can even still see it on my face a little bit, here and here, right? Um, so when you're experiencing these physical symptoms, your body is literally trying to tell you, hey, I'm under pressure here, slow down. So, number two, let's look at emotional symptoms: feeling irritable, anxious, or overwhelmed, sudden mood swings, crying easily, or feeling detached, having difficulty concentrating or making decisions. When stress takes over, your emotions start, uh, running the show. Like they're in control instead of you. You might find yourself reacting instead of responding. So, number three, behavioral symptoms: procrastinating or avoiding things that you used to enjoy, um, trouble sleeping or sleeping way too much, relying more on caffeine, sugar, or even alcohol to cope, and withdrawing from friends and family. And I know those symptoms actually, look like depression too. You're not necessarily depressed when you're stressed. And sometimes they can have those same symptoms. And these behaviors aren't bad. They're just signals. They're ways that your brain tries to protect you from overload. So what can you do about it? Well, here's the good news. Stress doesn't have to control you. You can train your body and your mind to reset. So let's go through a few proven strategies that actually work. So number one, pause and breathe. When you're stressed, your breathing gets shallow. You kind of like only breathe this deep, right? So try this. Just inhale slowly for a count of four, hold it for four, and then exhale for four. And repeat that 3 times. So just that simple. It signals your brain that we're safe, we're good, it's okay. All right, so number two, Move your body, be physical. Exercise isn't just for fitness, well, physical fitness. It's a natural stress reliever. So it's a whole body fitness, right? Um, walk, dance, stretch, do yoga, whatever it takes, anything to get you moving, because that releases endorphins and your body's feel good chemicals. And if you're feeling good, you're going to be less stressed. So, number three, reframe your thoughts. Like, ask yourself, is this something I can control? If it's one stress, if you're aware of what's going on. If yes, take one small action step. If not, just release it. You can't control the waves, but you can control how you surf them, right? Um, Number four, connect with others. I'm sorry, I'm really trying not to scratch, guys. Um, but isolation feeds stress. So call a friend, talk to someone who listens without judgment. Go somewhere with them. You don't have to carry everything alone. You can share the love, right? All right. So number five, rest and recharge. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. You have to have it. Set a wind down routine, like no screens, 30 minutes before bed. Dim the lights, do something calming like journaling or deep breathing. you know, I live a fairly stress filled life on a regular basis, but the physical symptoms that I got this week screamed at me really loud and clear that I have extra stress going on and I need to do something about it. So, I've been doing whatever I can to de stress, and I believe it's helping. While I do still have this stuff on my body, it is way better than it was. Um, like I haven't tried uh, I haven't worried about like doing my videos. I've pulled back from work a little bit, where I could anyhow. I cut out all of the extra things that I was doing. I did a lot of breathing and meditation. I've socialized and gone out and had some fun. I've allowed myself to take a few naps. and I've been taking baths, which I haven't done that in a little while. That used to be one of my go-to self-care things. So I think I'll start doing that again. Anyhow, so I've spent a lot more time in my garden, and I've been spending relaxing time outside, just getting some good healing sunshine. Um, so let's think about like when do you get help if you're overstressed? If stress is affecting your health, your relationships, or your daily life, that might be your cue to get extra support. So talking with a counselor or therapist or even a doctor doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're taking charge of your well-being. So, just remember, stress is a part of our life. It's not going anywhere, but it doesn't have to run your life. When you recognize the signs early and take small daily steps to reset, you're not just surviving, you're building resilience and you're thriving. So, take a breath, unclench your jaw, and remember, you are doing better than you think. Breathe, move, connect. You've got this. Thanks, everyone, and you have a beautiful, relaxing day.